You've probably heard people talk about a life force, right? This invisible energy that supposedly fuels everything we do. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on this idea. We're talking about chi, or prana, what it is, what drains it, and most importantly, how you can actually start using it.
So, to help us break this all down, we're diving into the work of Osman, who's an energy healer and yoga teacher. He really sets out to answer that one big question. What exactly is this subtle energy everyone talks about?
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? What is this stuff, for real? And beyond just knowing about it, how can you and I actually tap into it, to make a real difference in our day-to-day lives? Okay, let's get into it. To even begin to understand chi, Osman says we first have to look at how ancient wisdom sees us. And the big idea here is that we're way more than just our physical bodies. So here's the definition we're working with. Chi, or prana, is a subtle life force energy. But here's the part that really makes you think. It's considered superior to the physical body. It's not just some side effect. It's actually in the driver's seat, controlling your physical health. Now, some ancient sciences talk about 5 different layers of being. But for right now, let's just focus on the 2 big ones. First, you've got your physical body, the part you can see and touch. But right underneath that, there's the subtle energy layer. And that's the one that's actually calling the shots. What's wild is that Osman describes it as having a quantum nature. And here's the kicker. Your thoughts can directly influence and control it. It's basically the definition of mind over matter.
Okay, so if this energy is so vital, what messes with it? What causes it to get all out of whack? Well, to explain this, the source uses a really great analogy. Think of them as thorns. So these thorns, or energy drains, basically come in 2 flavors. On one hand, you've got your external thorns. This is the physical stuff from our environment. We're talking pollutants, chemicals in our food, even plastics in the air we breathe. But then, on the other hand, and this is a huge one, you've got the internal thorns. This is all the stuff happening inside our own heads, getting stuck in the past, worrying endlessly about the future, and just that constant grinding stress of trying to control every little thing. And those internal thorns, they lead us straight to this incredibly powerful idea, the mind-body connection. It's all about the massive impact our mental state has on our actual physical health. I mean, just look at this number. It's pretty staggering. According to the source material, a whopping 70 to 80% of physical illnesses can be traced back to stress or just our general state of mind. That's not a small piece of the pie. That's most of it. It just goes to show how powerful our thoughts and feelings really are. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that the best first step isn't about adding something new. It's about getting rid of the drains. The idea is that just by plugging the leaks, especially the ones caused by stress, you are, right off the bat, solving more than half of the problem. All right, we've talked a lot about the drains, so now let's talk about how we can start to refuel. Let's get into some real practical ways you can fuel your life force and find that balance again. A huge piece of this puzzle is your diet, and specifically, this idea of eating living foods. It's about more than just nutrients. It's about the life force energy in the food itself. So what does that mean? It means going for fresh, minimally processed foods. It means trying not to overcook things, because that can destroy that energy. And it means eating meals as fresh as possible. And what's so cool about this is how quickly you can feel the effects. This isn't one of those things where you have to wait months to see if it's working. Osman suggests that by making these kinds of dietary shifts, you can literally feel a boost in your energy in just 24 to 48 hours. And hey, if all of this sounds like a lot, just remember this. You don't have to change your entire life tomorrow. The journey to a big change can start with just one totally simple step. This says it all, really. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Like Osman says here, something as simple as adding 1 apple to your day can be the start of a huge positive change in your life. Now, we have to pause and make this really, really clear. This is super important. Everything we've talked about is for educational purposes. It is absolutely not a replacement for medical treatment. If you have any kind of illness, you should always consult a licensed medical professional. So if any of this has piqued your interest and you want to go deeper into these ideas, you can learn more directly from Osman by visiting his website, yogawellness786.com. So let's leave you with one final question to chew on. After all this talk about energy drains and fuel and the power of your own mind, if it's true that your energy is your most valuable resource, how are you choosing to invest it today?